EPL Week 7, a week of intense battles, stunning goals, and key performances. The Premier League's Week 7 brought yet another round of high-intensity clashes, with goals flying in, tactical battles playing out, and teams battling for vital points. From narrow wins to goal-filled thrillers, every match had something to offer. Here's a detailed breakdown of all the games and key highlights that unfolded this week. Crystal Palace vs Liverpool 0-1. Liverpool's narrow 1-0 victory over Crystal Palace at Selhurst Park was far from straightforward, but it was enough to secure all 3 points. Cody Gakpo was the standout performer and was deservedly named the player of the match for his impactful contribution. In just the 9th minute, Gakpo provided an assist that allowed Diogo Jota to slot the ball home. It was a well-timed run from Jota and an excellent delivery from Gakpo that led to the early goal, which ultimately decided the match. Despite Crystal Palace's best efforts to mount a comeback, Liverpool's defence held firm, maintaining their pursuit of a top-4 finish. Arsenal vs Southampton 3-1. Arsenal maintained their strong early-season form with a 3-1 win over Southampton. Despite an early shock when Southampton's Cameron Archer opened the scoring in the 55th minute, Arsenal showed their resilience and attacking prowess to turn the game around. Kai Havertz brought the Gunners back on level terms just 3 minutes after the Saints' goal, tapping in from a well-placed cross. Gabriel Martinelli added to Southampton's misery by putting Arsenal ahead in the 66th minute. Bukayo Saka, the player of the match, sealed the win with a composed finish in the 89th minute, capping off another stellar performance from the young Englishman. Arsenal's ability to recover after going behind demonstrated the depth of their attacking options and their determination to stay in the title race. Brentford vs Wolves 5-3. In one of the most entertaining games of the weekend, Brentford came out on top in a 5-3 goal fest against Wolves. The game was a whirlwind from the start, with Nathan Collins opening the scoring in the 2nd minute for Brentford. Wolves responded immediately, with Mateus Cunha finding the back of the net just 2 minutes later. This set the tone for a back-and-forth encounter. Brian Bumo restored Brentford's lead from the penalty spot in the 20th minute, only for Wolves to equalise again through Jørgen Strand Larsen in the 26th minute. Brentford's Christian Norgård then made it 3-2 in the 28th minute, before Ethan Pinnock extended the home side's advantage just before half-time. Wolves couldn't handle Brentford's relentless pressure, and despite a late goal from Ryan Aït-Nouri in stoppage time, Brentford had already put the game beyond doubt with Fabio Carvalho adding a 5th in the 90th minute. Mikkel Damsgaard, who was influential throughout, was named the player of the match. Leicester City vs Bournemouth 1-0. Leicester City's revival continued with a hard-fought 1-0 victory over Bournemouth. It wasn't a game filled with chances, but Mads Hermansen, Leicester's goalkeeper, was pivotal in securing the win, earning himself the Player of the Match award. The only goal came early in the 6th minute when Facundo Buonanotte finished off a James Justin assist, giving Leicester the lead they would protect for the rest of the match. Bournemouth tried to push for an equaliser, but Hermansen was unbeatable between the sticks, ensuring Leicester's 3 points as they continue their march up the table. Manchester City vs Fulham 3-2. Manchester City came out on top in a tight 3-2 contest against a spirited Fulham side. Mateo Kovacic was the player of the match, scoring twice in the 32nd and 47th minutes to help City claim the win. Fulham initially took the lead when Andreas Pereira scored in the 26th minute, but City equalised 6 minutes later. Jeremy Doku added a 3rd for City to seemingly wrap up the game, but Fulham's persistence paid off with a late goal from Bobby de Cordova-Reid in the 88th minute. Fulham fought until the final whistle, but City's class ultimately saw them through in another close encounter that reminded everyone why they are favourites for the title. West Ham vs Ipswich, 4-1. West Ham's attacking quality was on full display as they cruised to a 4-1 victory over Ipswich. Jarrod Bowen was the star of the show, playing a crucial role in both attack and defence, to earn himself the Player of the Match award. Michail Antonio opened the scoring within the first minute, and despite a quick response from Ipswich's Liam Delap in the 6th minute, West Ham didn't lose their grip on the match. Mohamed Kudus restored West Ham's lead in the 15th minute, and Bowen himself made it 3-1 just after the break in the 49th minute. Lucas Paqueta rounded off the scoring in the 69th minute to ensure a comfortable win for the Hammers. Everton vs Newcastle, 0-0. Everton and Newcastle played out a goalless draw at Goodison Park in what was a frustrating evening for both sides. Everton's Jordan Pickford was the standout performer, pulling off a string of crucial saves to ensure his side took a point. Newcastle had the better chances, including a missed penalty in the 35th minute that could have swung the match in their favour. Everton had a goal ruled out by VAR for offside in the 18th minute, but neither team could find the breakthrough, leaving both managers to rue missed opportunities. Aston Villa vs Manchester United, 0-0. Aston Villa and Manchester United also shared the points in another goalless stalemate at Villa Park. Emiliano Martinez, Aston Villa's goalkeeper, produced a series of incredible saves to keep the Red Devils at bay and was named the Player of the Match. United's struggles in front of goal continued, as they lacked the creativity and precision needed to break down a resolute Villa defence. Despite having more possession and chances, United were unable to capitalise, leaving their fans frustrated once again. Chelsea vs Nottingham Forest, 1-1. Chelsea were held to a 1-1 draw by a resilient Nottingham Forest at Stamford Bridge. Chris Wood gave Forest a surprise lead early in the second half, converting a cross from Nicholas in the 49th minute. Chelsea pushed for an equaliser, and it came in the 57th minute when Cole Palmer, the player of the match, provided a brilliant assist for Noni Madueke to score. Despite chances for both sides to win it late on, the game ended in a hard-fought draw, with Chelsea dropping valuable points in their race for the top four. Brighton vs Tottenham Hotspur, 3-2. The week ended with another thrilling game as Brighton staged a sensational comeback to beat Tottenham Hotspur 3-2. Spurs started brightly with Brennan Johnson and James Maddison giving them a 2-0 lead before half-time. However, Brighton came roaring back in the second half. Yankuba Minteg pulled one back in the 48th minute, Georginio Rutter levelled the game 10 minutes later, and Danny Welbeck completed the turnaround with the winner in the 66th minute. Keira Mitoma, who provided the assist for the equaliser, was named the Player of the Match as Brighton's relentless pressure proved too much for Tottenham to handle. Conclusion. Week 7 of the EPL had everything: stunning goals, dramatic comebacks, resilient defending, and players stepping up to carry their teams. A total of 31 goals were scored, with no player scoring a hat-trick this week. 2 matches finished goalless. With each team battling for vital points, the Premier League continues to prove why it's one of the most exciting football leagues in the world. The competition is heating up as teams jostle for position at both ends of the table. For more in-depth analysis, predictions, and football breakdowns, subscribe to Avuncular Productions on YouTube. Get ready for more exciting sports content and be part of our community of football enthusiasts. Avuncular's Production is a YouTube channel dedicated to providing you with engaging information that are educative and entertaining. We cover a wide perspective like sports, politics, and general lifestyle. On behalf of the management of Avuncular Services at Chegbilu Genyumwojo David, we want to thank you for watching and listening. We hope to see you in our next video production. It's goodbye from us for now. Thanks. At Avuncular's production. Copyright symbol Avuncular Services.